minister's questions on time in Parliament yesterday, leader of opposition in Parliament, Dumelan Saleshando, wanted to know if the report of the forensic audit will be made public, but Muhasa was non-committal.
Hakiri all information ita hela public kya thaloganya gore go ka tomona ko engwe ga tuye information ka re santsere batatse dingwe tse kana re thothomisa go heta itana maetshwero. But the question is, peletso nya sengwe le sengwe, will everything be made public? Re heditse re ikgotsohaditse gore re lebise ba tso go mo iswa melato ba ile bagane le one ya le khotala DS ke botsa ka bomo ka gore ga o ka ke ya re bua ko di terms of reference about government departments abo tswela regulators security sector gantsi yon e buiwa ko bothokong e le nosi o square ha go tule maphata a puso ordinary le gore go motea. I want us to be clear gore are the security agencies DIS BDF are di akareditswe mo teng. We need to be clear.
Mabaka gore we cannot say yes and we cannot say no. Ha go tsweletse go dirwa dithothomiso certain instances se le gore le ga gore go ka bona le dingwe tse di tshwantsang ke gore ne le mongwe ba DCC gore ne le ba se podisi ka la re ta dira ka tsela e ntseng jalo kana re be le ne le makhota a le ba maleba gore ba tswelle ba dire dithothomiso be ba go di direla ha ngwe go ta hela gore go dire do tsewe disciplinary action mo go ta tshwana le gone re go sekaseke mme se teng ke gore a re amogeleng gore na le puso gompieno e leng gore e emphasize gore go tshwanetse gore go direle sengwe le sengwe mo pontsheng and ga re ke ra boela ko morago se le go lorna over the years re ntse se kgala se tshwanetseng gore se neele setšhaba se tla tshwana ke go nne setšhaba mme se tshwana ya ka re sa le shana na bua re dumela re ga go gona le tse dingwe tse ka se ka tsa benela batho re ta dira gore tsone makhota a lebagana ga ke ra tsaya madi a kana ebile ra tswa hela ra dira forensic audit e be le gore maikelo ke gore ane be re konkobetsa batho re ba ha tsholohelo ya gore di-audit a baakanya ka re se se teng ke gore audit ke ebile ke thuto is a deterrent mo go bone ba ka kwana gore going forward le tshwanetse gore make sure gore tshenyego se setšhaba re kgwela mate ebile ba ta ga kolla gore ha go ntse jana re tshwanetse re tise makalana a puso gore se ka ga hella go nna le tshenyego setšhaba e ba e boella tshenyego se setšhaba mo lehatsheng la Botswana ga ra tshwana gore e letelele gore e boelle.
Meanwhile, answering supplementary questions from Bubiro Member of Parliament Taulo Lucas, Minister Muhasa said the forensic audit will also look into non-financial issues that may have negatively impacted on the country's economy.
Go ditiragalo tse dintsi tse di diragetseng in the last 10 years tse ne le gore ka botsone di kgotela itsholelo a di khantseo e ta nna ngwe ya tse dingwe tse le gore di tla salwa morago di kgotela itsholelo jana ka gore ha ngwe go kgona go dirisiwa maaka hela maaka matala go bo gote mongwe o tswile madi a 100 billion mme gone mong ka bogone ha go bo kgotela tsamaiso ya itsholelo ka gore ba bangwe ba re dirisanya le bone ba mahatsha a mangwe ba ka akanya gore go kwadiwa di lose sengwe le sengwe se ka itseelwa hela le 100 billion ka tseo bone batho bao gape o ka ba araba jang ba reng go ne go tsamaya gape le gore go kgotelwa yone tsamaiso ya puso ya batho ka batho mo nako yone ya the last 10 years mo e le gore batho ba ngwane ba tshwarelwa le sidi la malesidi a tshwarwa hela motho a ba tsengwa ditšhaene a tsengwa ditšhaene go tswa go sa nne le chargepe for forensic audit go ka wena a mine sa tshwanela gore gongwe e goroge mo dikganyeng tsa mohuta o neo
gore forensic audit ga e ka ke ra dira gore e ne bophara gore ha e le gore go ithela e le gore gongwe ta ke he se kae gongwe mongwe ke ene e leng gore o tshwanetse gore a lobele dintsi kana ka o tshwanetse gore a dire sengwe ka gore gongwe o ka ba e le gore gate go bolwa bosupi e tara ha bosupi bota a dira gore bosupi wa labegele go gongwe go na le dipeelo tsa gore motho o ka ba a dirile mme ha o ntse ya lengwe kana ka ne ke bua tse dingwe kana tsaneelwa mapodisi ke ona a rutulweng go itebaganya le dikgang tsa batho ba na le dira bokebekwa yaanong ke tsa gore ke bone ba tla isang go bone ha e leng gore go na le tse e leng gore di tshwanetse gore di go thothomisa go heta ha ke ba DCC di tla ya go go bone because le tsantse le gakologa le gore ye ke na le 10 years hela mme ga gona le bosupi jo bo thamaletseng hela ke tsaya gore jone go tla nna motho gore go ka tsewa dikgato mme ga go le bosupi jo bo belaetsang batho bo ka go bone for further investigation yaanong kgang yone ya bo 100 billion kgang ya 100 billion ke tsa gore ba ne ba e bua ebile ne go supa ko mohelong bo ne ba supa bangwe ba supa gore nya mme wa ne go supa gore no go sa nna jana ke tsa dikgang tseo ba tla di thothomisa bone mme ba ha ile gore go na dingwe tse di supang gore di go mo go fola within scope sa bone kana ba tshwana ke gore ano go ba high leads tsa gore ba tsenelle ko pele ko teng ke tsa gore ba tla dira ka tautona thalositse gore ha gongwe e bile re ta hela ile go le tse dingwe tse ne tsa tshwana gore ba di thothomise ha go na le dingwe tse di ka re go galang ko morago le one ko morago ga 10 years re ta hela ke re boela ko morago.
In other news, Botswana Mine Workers BMWU has raised concerns over the non-payment of Meropa Resources by Mineage Limited, a situation that has led to the loss of 600 jobs at Masama coal mine. The union is urging the government to urgently intervene before the situation worsens.
Briefing the media recently, BMWU President Joseph Tsemako revealed that the union has formally requested a meeting with President Duma Boko. According to Tsemako, their aim is to understand the financial arrangement between the government, Minerals Development Company Botswana MGCB, Mineage Limited and Meropa Resources, and why the government has not released funds to Mineage Limited, a decision he says has had devastating consequences on workers.
So as mine workers, our interest go about tobacco malapi. So we want the government to make intervention on this matter. I know maybe the government as a major shareholder in BCL at the time, inject more money into the business. But at the end of the day, the mine was unable for about to back the money. And therefore, at long last, the mine was closed. Then we are saying, protect the job losses. They are looming at Masama mine. I protect about 600 Botswana by they are there. Manifesto wa UDC wa gore bata create around 500,000 jobs in 5 years.
Tsemako further stated that the non-payment issue has left hundreds of workers jobless and called on the new UDC government to uphold its manifesto promise of job creation by protecting existing employment at Masama coal mine. Tsemako said they are still awaiting a response from the Office of the President regarding their request for a meeting.
The position of the government in this matter. Is the government willing to help, or is the government taking a position to close the mine? The mine, what is going to happen? And what are we saying? The assets still already as a government.
At the ongoing Botswana Human Resources Development Skills Career Fair and Clinics 2025 has generated excitement among students who are hopeful of finding their perfect career path and gaining entry into their dream courses. The event has drawn numerous institutions, each offering guidance and support to help students make informed decisions about their futures. In an interview with Career Lounge, the representative emphasized their commitment to ensuring that students not only choose courses that align with their passions, but also consider the market demand for those courses. He said they believe that fostering a strong connection between personal interest and industry need is crucial for long-term success.
As much as we try to enable people to find their paths, we also need to make them be aligned with their future careers or future skills that are in demand. And that is why we partner with institutions such as EdTech Africa that is constantly providing technology skills that are of paramount importance in this era. And you know that there is no way you can get in any place or any industry where you want to need advanced technical skills to progress in any business you come into.
And I'm here at the career fair. So I'm here to apply to my pick of universities. So I've already applied to a few right now. And I do hope that I get to be accepted to the courses that I want. So yeah, we're here to listen and make the right choice. So yeah, the goal is to achieve our dreams at the end of the day.
The thing is, the students who are here, whom we are expecting to enroll with us into the business, the contribution we do as Imperial School of Business and Science, one, the 3 years, 6 months that they will be at the college, more especially those who are in entrepreneurship, those who are in BCom in business management, we groom them, we give them all the relevant information for them to either, if they join the business world or they go solo, that they can withstand the business world. Like for instance, we do have some of our students who started with us under entrepreneurship. The student goes by the name Smisan Maku. So he was there with us for a period of 4 years. The moment he graduated, when he went out, he started his own business. Up until today, we still keep in touch with him.
We take a short break, and when we come back, the Russian president wants Ukraine placed under a form of temporary administration. Stay with us for more news.
If I ever needed help with something serious, it would be different. If I had to move a body.
If you could erase one memory from your life, what would it be? Oh, super vulnerable, right? Ooh, if we could travel anywhere together, okay. Where would it be and why? I want us to go high.
What is the greatest snack of all time?
Greatest snack of all time is, oh man, this should have been a top 5.
A hat-trick in 14 minutes!
As the management to the technical team to the coach.
4-0! What an afternoon! The young players have come to the fore. They've all contributed.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, they are running barefooted to
sign him. Yeah.
Signature.
I can't believe this is my life now. I don't know about prominent political family. It's just one person, but okay. I don't feel the pressure. I just do what I love and I just enjoy filming TV, and I just focus so hard on that sometimes I don't even realize what's going on around me. I think there's merit in the things that I've achieved. I think there's merit in the things my father has achieved. And I think while those things are parallel, they don't converge.
Somebody's thinking. Watching what Razzles does will definitely tell us who she is.
Hey dogs, I'll tell you who I am. I'm the nicest cat you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I feel an invention coming home. Yeah, you feel an invention coming.
Welcome back to our 7 p.m. Live, and thank you for tuning in. In our international news, Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested that Ukraine be placed under a form of temporary administration to allow for new elections and the signature of key accords to reach a settlement in the war.
Russian President Vladimir Putin suggested Ukraine be placed under a form of temporary administration. Those remarks were carried by Russian news agencies on Friday. Putin says the administration would allow for new elections in Ukraine and for talks with a new government on a peace treaty. That suggestion appeared to address his long-held complaint that Ukraine's authorities are not a legitimate negotiating partner. He says this because President Volodymyr Zelensky has stayed in power beyond the May 2024 end of his mandate. There was no immediate comment from Ukraine. However, Zelensky has repeatedly rejected this notion, saying Ukraine is legally barred from holding elections while under martial law, adding that holding a poll in wartime conditions would prove impossible. Zelensky has also accused Putin in recent days of wanting to press on with the conflict. A White House National Security Council spokesperson said governance in Ukraine was determined by its constitution and the people of the country. Putin's remarks come as the US attempts to forge a settlement with both Moscow and Kyiv by re-establishing links with Russia and holding separate talks with both sides. Putin said he believed US President Donald Trump's efforts to proceed with talks show he truly wants peace. He said Russia was ready to cooperate with many countries, including North Korea, to help end the war. Western and Ukrainian sources say more than 11,000 North Korean troops have been sent to bolster Russian forces, although Moscow has not confirmed this. Putin said Russia was also ready to work with Europe, but that the EU conducts itself in an inconsistent fashion. Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022 has left hundreds of thousands of dead or injured, displaced millions of people, and reduced towns to rubble. It has triggered the sharpest confrontation for decades between Moscow and the West.
And in our business news, global car makers have reacted with shock as the United States announced blanket tariffs on vehicle imports, causing share prices to tumble in markets from Seoul to Frankfurt. Countries across Asia, Europe, and Latin America now find themselves caught in the escalating dispute.
World car makers reacted with shock to blanket US tariffs on vehicle imports. Shares tumbled in Seoul, Tokyo, and later Frankfurt, where German brands popular in the United States like Mercedes, Porsche and Volkswagen took an especially hard knock.
It's very hard to put the implications in numbers, but what we do know is that the European car manufacturing sector is already in a weak state. The numbers are not looking too good, but what is clear is that it's going to hurt.
Reaction has been swift and global, some choosing their words with care. Canada's new Prime Minister less so.
President Trump announced 25% tariffs against our auto industry. And this is a direct attack, to be clear, a direct attack. We will defend our workers. We will defend our companies. We will defend our country. And we will defend it together.
Few will doubt that retaliation could spark a trade war, so Japan's Prime Minister was looking for another way out.
We are one of the biggest investors in the United States. In fact, we are number one. When we consider this, is it right that all countries are treated the same?
Brazil's President Lula, meanwhile, warned of wider consequences.
I'm concerned because at the heart of it, free trade is being undermined. I'm concerned that multilateralism is being defeated, and I'm worried because the US president is not the sheriff of the world. He is simply the president of the United States.
And China, arguably the real target of vehicle tariffs, said there would be no winners.
There are no winners in trade wars and tariff wars, and no country's development and prosperity are achieved by imposing tariffs.
Beijing is not traditionally allied with many of these countries, but from Asia to Europe and Latin America, all are joined now in the eye of Donald Trump's tariff storm. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera.
We take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have a look at the sports updates.
It occurs when blood vessels are constricted or blocked completely. If it isn't treated quickly, heart tissue dies due to a lack of oxygen. Men have more heart attacks, but women die from them more often. The reason? When having one, women often feel abdominal or back pain, short of breath, or nauseous, symptoms doctors don't always recognize as heart-related. This is because during their studies, physicians often only learn men's symptoms like severe chest or arm pain.
The diver has to poke through a gap between the boards in a specially designed platform to sever a loop strip of plastic that could have suffocated the seal.
Hewlett Fish Farms grows primarily Nile tilapia, which is in growing demand. Crucially, it has a high tolerance to changes in water quality.
When it is time to harvest, you just cut the rope. You put it inside your basket, then you come out with it. You boil it, and then start the process.
I started learning the guitar right after I completed my Form 5, which was in 2012. My reason for learning the guitar, I keep referring to keyboard because I play that a lot as well. But my reason for picking out the guitar was because it was more convenient to carry around. Oh, what I would do to have the kind of strength it takes to climb out of this boredom.
Today we are discussing a topic that touches every household: financial literacy and debt management. With the rising cost of living and easy access to credit, it's crucial to understand how to manage money wisely and avoid falling into debt traps.
We define financial literacy as managing your money, making decisions, good decisions, financial decisions, and also achieving those financial goals that we have set for yourself.
Now taking a look at the world of sports tonight. After almost 3 weeks of recess, the FNB Premiership returns this weekend with massive fixtures, and all eyes will be glued to the Diamond Derby as Orapa United will visit defending champions Jonian Galaxy tomorrow at the Galaxy Stadium. Let's now hear from the Orapa United head coach Mohamed Mpote giving updates on his team towards their Diamond Derby encounter tomorrow in the week of 22 fixtures.
Yeah, Galaxy, a good side, a very good side. Pound to pound, it's better than us, but we are looking at the execution. I think execution we will be better than them in terms of how we'll apply ourselves. So we are planning, and the plan is going well. You look at our boys. From the game that they played, the previous game, they did very well. They did very well. It's only that after that, as you know, we are a bit isolated. We do not have the match practice because of our schedule. We've been working or playing catch-up games, so we decided to give them a rest so that when we start, they're all fresh. But we are happy with the progress now. We'll be going to Galaxy to play home, away game, so it will never easy for us. It's a game that we are looking forward, of course, yes, to come up with something. The confidence is buzzing. The plan going well, and I still believe there's a room for these young boys to improve and for them to win against Rollers and going to Galaxy. It will give us a guide where we still behind and where we are heading to. To tell the truth, we are happy with the progress, and the FIFA break, I think, also helped us to work in those who were behind with the game time, with the tactical application of the aspect of the game. So even the method to adapt
So Sasabotokwala is the adaptation, and I'm happy with that. And can we fight Garlic seriously and to come up with 3 points. And Rebella leading Jarizarona better. Botiba, Silva training. The national players also they need rest because I scored restable, but we are in need of them as we know Ivan Nale, Senior Majafi, and we have 3 under 20 boys also. Ba ko khabrone ba leng gore ba tshameka bo Moloi and Letsweletse le Mzimwane. So all these players Khabatsile will be spoils for choice. We have the sick bait by Zimbabwe ba boetse mo training. Ke tsone tse leng gore tota di a re itumedisa thata.
And in tennis, world number 1 Arina Sabalenka will face Jessica Pegula in the Miami Open finals tomorrow after teenage sensation Alexandra Iela was beaten in the semifinals. The 3-time Grand Slam champion Sabalenka, who's yet to drop a set at the ongoing tournament and is in fine form after storming a 6-2, 6-2 win over 6-seed Jasmine Paolini in the semifinals of the 2025 Miami Open.
Well, I would definitely say that this was one of the best matches in the season so far, and I don't know, I was just so focused on myself, on the things I had to do today, and and I felt like everything was just like going smoothly my way, so I'm super happy with the performance. Well, I'd say that I don't know, like it's very tough to bring your best tennis every time you're playing there. Like anyway, you're struggling with something, and I think the way I was able to adjust to different, let's say, issues of the game, and the way that I was able to fight no matter what, I feel like I'm definitely on the pretty high level right now, and yeah, outside of February, that's incredible season, even though I had like those tough finals, but we never lose, we only learn lesson, and I'm really happy that I was able to give myself another opportunity, another final to learn the lesson finally, and to get the trophy.
And that is all the sports update for tonight. Let's now recap the headlines. Minister Mohasa is non-committal on whether a report of the forensic audit will be made public. At least 600 mine workers lose their jobs at the mid-year after state mining firm Minage Limited failed to pay contractor Europa Resources. And the Russian president wants Ukraine placed under a form of temporary administration. That is all the news we had for you tonight. Thank you once again for watching YTV. You can follow us on our Facebook page or get in touch with us on our WhatsApp line, that is in 74119-209. And from myself, the king and author of announcement, and the rest of the YTV News team, have a blessed night.
From playtime to bedtime, life's better with Pep Home.
Well, I'm Sally Babes. I'm TT. And we are holding for you some interesting content.
Hey! Are you ready?
Huh.
Starting off, we have Money Matters, where we're going to be making something good.
But But anyway, we got some squad games.
And then Sky Investigates, where we'll be discussing COVID.
And then we have a day trip with Faith, right?
Yeah, that's the one. And then we have Celebrity Games with Dato and Ria.
With the hot wings part, man.
Ooh, yeah, they have hot wings. But I cannot wait to see what they make More Money Matters. Runa, who are like, Rishoka Dijo, we got you.
Next we get the line on to see my bill. Anyway,
hey, let's go.
If only Shoka Dijo, Hape only Shoka Madi, then this is the show for you. Today on Money Matters, I'm here with food enthusiast Utsile, who's going to be teaching us how to make a whole meal on a budget. Hi Utsile.
Hi Mel, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Can you please tell me what your shows are? Because I gotta know.
Okay, well now Gishoka positive energy and Gishoka good nutritional food.
And can you please tell me what your shapos are?
Okay, Gishoka bullying.
No bullying.
No bullying and Gishoka negative vibes.
Can you please tell me what we are preparing today? Because I've been dying to get to this part of the show.
This is the fun part of the show, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna be making a chicken Alfredo. Really delicious, and what's really cool about it this time around is that all the ingredients come up to 100 pula.
Hold on. Did you just say 100? Like a whole 100?
100 pula.
So we are making a whole meal from 100 pula.
Yeah, and it's gonna taste really delicious as well.
I'm looking forward to this. So what are we starting with?
Okay, so I'm gonna take you through some of the main ingredients and how much they are. So we're gonna start off with our pasta. This is linguine.
Linguine?
Yes.
How much is the linguine?
It's about 13 pula. Next one, chicken.
Chicken.
I use chicken breast.
Yeah.
Just so that you get all the flavor from it. And this, depending on how many people you're cooking for, you can get good quality chicken for about 30 pula. Right?
Yes.
Then the next main ingredient is cream.
Cream?
Yeah. So you can use any cream for this. This one came up to about 20 pula. Then we've got other little ingredients that are going to add to the flavor, right?
Yes.
So we've got onion, about 2 pula. Then we've got garlic.
Garlic.
This again is going to add to the flavor of the sauce. Again, you're looking at about 10 pula.
10 pula garlic.
Yep. I've got some cheddar cheese here. Now, again, depending on the number of people you're cooking for, you can get yourself a small little block of cheese for about 14 pula. Then we've got flour. This is going to make our sauce nice and thick. You usually have flour in the house, but if you don't, you can just get the smallest packet.
Yes.
And that will come up to about 18 pula for your flour.
18 pula flour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then again, oil.
Oil.
Just any normal vegetable cooking oil. Again, about 15 pula. Then we've got our seasonings. So we've got salt and pepper.
So let's start cooking.
Okay, so we're gonna start off with the linguine so that the pasta can cook. Make sure that the water is boiling already.
That's very important.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add that in there, and then a really important step as well is to salt your pasta so that all the flavor comes out. We're gonna start with our sauce now, okay? And we're gonna fry our chicken. So in with the oil. So we're gonna go in with the chicken. We're gonna go in with a bit of salt. Okay, and a bit of pepper. I'm just gonna take it out and put it into a bowl. Right, so now our sauce. Same pan, we're gonna use all those chicken flavors, and we're gonna go in with our onion. We're gonna add this garlic in.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna go in with a couple more spices. I'm gonna put in a bit of flour. Seasoning, remember to always season your food. Pepper. Add in the cream. Pasta water. So some of that water. A little bit of cheese, and then we're gonna add in our chicken again.
Our seasoned chicken.
Yeah. Now we're gonna take our pasta and we're gonna put it in our sauce.
Hey, so this is the eating part all the
It's
way.
gonna be some very nice and warm.
This is amazing. That's it from us today. This is Neo Pulora, and I'm out and ready to eat.
Hey, remote budgeting.
Chomi,
I love me some pasta, some cheese,
some flavor.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I was like, yeah, I want some.
For that cheap, even.
Bro, I was surprised.
Hey.
But you know that after this, after the break, we're gonna have Katie with some squad games.
By the way, girl, I wonder what she has them do.
At ShopRite, we're committed to bringing you lower prices every day. That's why we've kept the price of our in-store bread at a low 6.49, and we will keep it there. Plus, get great deals like 5 kg Farmer's Choice frozen mixed chicken portions for only 174.99 and 700 ml all gold tomato sauce for only 22.99 each. Never pay more than the ShopRite price. Only at ShopRite.
YTV is licensed under the Botswana Communications Regulatory Authority, BOCRA. Under the license conditions and code of conduct, we are committed to broadcasting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. If you think YTV is not adhering to this code, please send your complaints to the program's manager at YTV PO Box 1607 Gaborone or call 395-7654. You may write to BOCRA at Private Bag 00495 Gaborone or call 395-7755.
Hello there. Give it to Katie, aka Lazoti, aka Lazozo. Welcoming you to Squad Games. Joining us, I've got 6 gorgeous girls, as you can see. And I'm just gonna ask that they introduce themselves to us and let us know what I
go by the name Katao Khari, beauty with brains. Kishoka good grades, Kishoka smoking.
It's your girl Teddy, I'm official, and Kishoka education, Kishoka backstabbing.
Hi, it's Jasmine D here, confident, Kishoka, God, Shapoka negativity.
Hi, I'm Natasha, Kishoka, good grades, Kishoka negativity.
I'm Tianga, Kishoka positivity, and Kishoka toxicity.
I made Kishoka, God cause Mudimu and Kishoka bullying.
Now we're getting into charades, and here, my girls, what we have to do is mimic our actions, something similar to 30 seconds, except so did I action that thing, and then your team members have to guess what that action is. I need to know your squad names, guys. What is your squad name?
Millennium Queen.
Millennium Queen. And then the squad over here, what's your squad name?
Material Girl.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Boxing.
Eating.
Chewing.
Biting. Chewing gum.
Eating.
Eating food.
Next one.
Stretching.
Yoga.
Okay.
Time.
Well done, my girls. Melanin Queen, the floor is yours.
A river. A dog.
The clock is ticking.
A leash. A dog. A kid. Fishing.
Time. Driving a car. Okay. Pick.
Walking.
Gangsta.
Screaming.
Horror movie.
Swimming.
Taking a ride. A boat.
Time.
Swimming.
Boxing.
Punching. Fighting.
Talking.
Speaking.
The time is going.
Dancing.
Tying
shoelaces.
Time up. A massive congratulations to our squads today. Sky Girls, the squad that has won today's game. It is my Melanin Queen. You get a bag. And that is how you wrap it up today. card games. Thank you so much for joining us. Have yourself a lovely one. Cheers.
Congratulations, Melanin Queen. It's in the name itself.
I get
Queens. We bow down.
Your Highnesses.
Like,
in fact, we challenge you to a duel. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we do.
Just need a third person.
I got somebody.
Yeah?
Minky.
Oh, yeah!
We'll call up and be like, we got this. We got this.
But coming up next, we have Sky Investigates, where we're going to be having a very serious conversation about COVID-19.
At Sky Girls, are sure that staying healthy and safe. We know that a lot of Sky Girls out there, as well as Botswana at large, have concerns when it comes to COVID-19. So today we are here with Dr. Ludo Molanta, who's going to be helping us to understand a little bit more about the current situation. Hi, Doctor.
Hi, Nell.
How are you doing?
I'm great, and yourself?
I am good. You look very beautiful.
Thank you.
Before we go anywhere, can you please tell me what your shores and shapos are?
Okay. Geshoka healthy eating. Geshoka drinking water, and geshoka confidence. Geshapoka ignorance.
Yeah.
Geshapoka smoking, and geshapoka laziness.
You go, girl. I know that you guys are so interested to find out what Dr. T thinks about the current situation.
So our country has actually seen a lot, hey? COVID has been around for 2 years, like you said, and at the beginning, things seemed to be in control. Then 2021, Delta hit, and unfortunately, we lost a lot of lives. The situation was quite bad. We didn't have bed spaces. We almost ran out of oxygen at some point. But with the new variant, things seem to be better. It's less mild. People are vaccinated. So I'm hopeful that this will be our new normal, our new flu. And we can go back to our normal lives without our masks, like you just said.
Finally, all of us are inside the COVID-19 zone. Doc, what has Botswana's experience been like with this whole COVID thing?
So Botswana has been doing well. Like most of the adult population has been vaccinated. Most people have gotten their first dose, their second dose, and now we're even talking boosters. And people are now going off to get a second booster.
I know you guys are probably wondering what the best way is to avoid contracting COVID-19. So can you please brief us a little bit?
Right now, so the way they've been talking about social distancing, I think that's the main important thing to do, especially if you're in new areas and you don't know the people. But we also found that even at home, people often don't social distance at home, and that's why COVID will end up affecting the whole family. But we should still sanitize, wear our masks, because we do know that COVID is transmitted by a droplet spread. So social distancing is the #1, but also being vaccinated. Vaccination will prevent you from getting very severe disease.
So is there any vaccine in particular that you would recommend to my people out there?
So basically, any vaccine is better than no vaccine. There's no vaccine that's superior to any, as long as you are vaccinated. That's the most important thing. But we do know all vaccines are under medical research, especially people who have underlying medical conditions. So if you have any underlying medical condition, then you can talk to your doctor about the options out there, and they can tell you which one is suitable for you. But generally, all vaccines are the same. They have the same side effects. They have the same effect in reducing the severity of COVID-19.
That's it today on Sky Investigates. This is your girl, NEO. I am out of the building, baby.
I think I needed to hear some of that. I hope you guys did too.
Honestly, this whole COVID has come and just
our lives.
A lot.
Disrupted.
Remember, on Lighter News, we have a day trip with our girl, Sky Girl, Faith, in Francistown, man. But that one is after the break.
I swear to you, Dstv is like the funniest person
ever. So the first thing we're going to do is he's just going to warm up. And
we do away with being connected to the source, to the main source. You know, only when you are connected to the source, then you will know what your purpose is. You know what you're supposed to do.
It occurs when blood vessels are constricted or blocked completely. If it isn't treated quickly, heart tissue dies due to a lack of oxygen. Men have more heart attacks, but women die from them more often. The reason? When having one, women often feel abdominal or back pain, short of breath, or nauseous, symptoms doctors don't always recognize as heart-related. This is because during their studies, physicians often only learn men's symptoms like severe chest or arm pain.
Hi Sky Nation, my name is Coco Faye and today I'm going on a trip to Dantabane Game Ranch and I hope you guys enjoy this trip with me. Let's go! Welcome to Dantabane Game Ranch and that's just on par. Let's go. We're here. This is actually really nice, guys. I absolutely love this place. It's giving very traditional but like modern vibes. I don't know how to explain it, but it's super cool. It's so pretty and the views are so pretty, you guys. It has that thing, you know? Yeah. Alrighty, let's go see what more this place has to offer. And there's like a thing, like a... I don't even know what they call this. But I also hope it's not good. Can I walk on this? What was that? Okay, nobody's saying anything, so I guess I can go. Guys, it's so cute. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is absolutely amazing. Like it's so peaceful. You know that vibe you get when you just want to come and meditate or whatever. Like it's just giving those kind of vibes, you know. And like I want to stay here forever. And it's like in the outskirts of Francistown, like 40 kilometers away or so, and I just love it. Like you can come here and relax or whatever. So yeah, let's go see what more this place has to offer. But like I want to live on this bridge, literally. So we're going on a game drive now and I'm super excited. I hope we see a lot of animals because sometimes it's 50-50 and I'm really hoping we can see as much as we can. But overall, I'm already enjoying just the air and the energy, so really I'm not going to be upset if I don't see much. They're so small though. These are impalas. Pronunciation is personal, so nobody can judge me. Well guys, that was my day at Dantabane and I hope you guys had fun watching this video as much as I had fun making it. Bye!
Oh my god, Faith is so cute!
Right? The merch in the beginning, that music, groovy.
I was sitting there, I'm like, it's funny how she's doing what every girl can do. Every scout can just go out and be a tourist in their own country.
Yeah, you're right. Spend time in nature, play with some animals.
Bro.
So good for your soul.
Really is.
But speaking of things that are good for your soul,
yeah,
it's comedy as well. And I have a feeling that Dato and Ria are going to serve us something funny, trying to handle the heat on those hot wings.
We'll
see. You wanna bet?
Hi Sky Nation, I am Ria Kopi.
And I'm Dara Seiko.
And today we are doing the spicy hot wings challenge, okay? And I don't know about you, but I am such a weakling when it comes to spicy hot things.
I am terrified.
There is hot, flaming, and too hot like a
heater.
We're gonna ask each other 3 questions, and then we're gonna move on to the next level of heat.
Do you wanna tell them your shapos before we even begin?
Shapaka smoking.
Okay.
Shapaka negativity.
Come on.
And ke shapaka pull hair down syndrome.
Ke tshwana le wena. Shapoka smoking. Ke shapoka, negative vibes. Because also you want to be in an environment that's very positive, that uplifts you. And I'm pretty sure ke shapoka this place, yeah.
Ke shapoka positivity. Ke shapoka confidence, and ke shapoka a hard-working girl.
Come on, preach. Ke shapoka my music, because music is always there as your best friend, whenever, wherever. Ke shapoka, meeting new people and creating connections with people, different people. And ke shapoka, a positive vibe all the time, kindness all the way.
So with those positive vibes, shall we?
Let's shout.
Look at the girl taking the smaller one. Okay.
Kind of nice.
What's your most fun performance?
I really think it was the DJ's intern at Avani. Such a beautiful moment for me and my team. Kana she cried, dog. She cried when I started humming. That's when I knew I was like, I'm powerful. What inspires you to start training presenters?
When I was on the come up, there were no training institutions.
Yeah.
Even with auditions, I didn't even know when are the next auditions. So I was thinking about, the next presenter, I don't want them to have to go through what I went through. So we get to train the presenters, let them know when there are any other, productions that need presenters. Just be that big sister that I didn't have.
Yeah.
Why don't you smoke?
Fun fact, I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. Also, I suffer from sinusitis on top of the allergy itself. So that's why.
We're
moving. Sweetilo. Cheers. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I honestly think that she's exaggerating.
This was a bad idea. This was a bad idea. What has been the best thing about working for yourself?
I own my time.
Shoot, facts.
I own my time. What are a few red flags in friendships?
Red flags for me in friendships are people who are never there for you, but you're always there for them. So it's always like it feels one-sided. It feels heavy on you. It's like you are the fountain that just keeps giving. They keep drinking from you, but they're not feeling it. That's the number one red flag. What was the best thing about being a child star?
Having that experience. I mean, now, I have experience over 15 years, and yet I'm 27. That's because I started when I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So you learn about work, you learn about listening on set, you learn about professionalism. What's going on?
Please, continue.
You learn about working with each other, co-hosting, so for me, that was it.
Let's move on to the next one. We're going to Too Hot Like a Heat.
Oh, God. What do you do to cleanse yourself of negative energy?
I meditate, I wear crystals on me, I burn sage, and I just try as much as possible to keep myself around, people with the same energy as me.
Sky Nation, I'm Rhea Copy, #Rhea on air, on TV, online, on stage, everywhere, and in these hot wings.
I'm Dada Seiko everywhere on social media. Catch me on the flip side.
Later, guys.
Let's check a good GPS.
Supportive moms, energy was amazing, spiritually connected. Dato is the one for me.
Yo, girl, but Rhea are complicated dates.
I loved that.
Knowing what she wants.
Simplicity is perfection, guys.
Speaking of perfection,
Tell
although
me.
it may be a bit presumptuous for us to say, we do feel that we are bringing you premium content.
Ma'am, I mean, it's worth the internet.
You know what?
I cannot
Speaking
can.
of internet as well, go ahead and tell us how you're feeling about the show on our socials at SkyGirlsBW.
Or here's the one on app and the number below.
Right here.
But I guess it's us saying same place,
same time,
next week
on
The Mix.
I pledge to be true to myself and what I believe in, to be confident in who I am and not let anyone define me. I will say sure kayone to the things I'm all about, like music, friendship, and my future. I will say shapo kayone to the things I'm good without, like negative vibes, smoking, and peer pressure. I will make choices that are true to me. I pledge to define my sky.
If you could travel anywhere, where would it be and why?
I would travel to 1920s Harlem in New York when there was the Harlem Renaissance, where there was a lot of beautiful art being created. And then I would also travel to Sophia Town in Joburg, back when it was the heyday.
It hurts when you don't feel needed. I hate not feeling needed.
Oh, yes!
I hate seeing people going about their little lives like they don't need me.
At ShopRite, we're committed to bringing you lower prices every day. That's why we've kept the price of our in-store bread at a low 6.49, and we will keep it there. Plus, get great deals like 500 grams Clover Butter Butter Spread for only 62.99 each, and 48 Notwane size 3 medium eggs for just 79.99 per tray. Never pay more than the ShopRite price. Only at ShopRite.
A very warm welcome to Malaika, the talk show for African Christian women. I do hope there's a few gentlemen that are joining us on the show today. Please stay with us for our topic for the day. With me in studio to talk about women and HIV, I have with me Jackie and Auntie Zods and Mama Audrey. Thank you for being with us.
Always such a privilege and a pleasure, Rose.
And we also have a very special guest, Dr. Damia, all the way from Mauritius. Thank you for taking the time to be with us on the program today.
Pleasure to be here.
So guys, before we go on any further unpacking the topic, we'll take this time to get our overview from Jackie. So Jackie, without any further ado, please unpack it for us.
Okay, so I'll open the suitcase and I'll start talking about HIV. So firstly, what is HIV? Briefly, human immunodeficiency virus. It affects cells of the immune system, destroying and impairing their function. Infections with the virus results in progressive deterioration of the immune system, leading to immune deficiency. The immune system is considered deficient when it can no longer fulfill its roles in fighting bacteria and disease. HIV continues to be a major global public health issue. In 2017, globally, it's estimated that there are almost 37 million people living with HIV, and 1.8 million of these are actually children. Since the start of the epidemic, these statistics are huge. It's estimated that 77 million, almost, have been infected with HIV. 35 million have died from AIDS-related illnesses, and in 2017, just under 1 million people died with AIDS-related illnesses as well. This number has reduced by more than 51% since its peak in 2004. I'm sure later on you'll give us reasons why. The vast majority of people living with HIV are located in low and middle income areas. In sub-Saharan Africa, we actually have 66% of people that live with HIV. This group is 19.6 million in East and Southern Africa, with 800,000 new HIV infections in 2017. That's enormous. How can one get HIV? I'll quickly touch on that. HIV can only be passed from person to person through infected blood fluids, such as blood, semen, vaginal and anal secretions, and breast milk. They can, when they get into the bloodstream. And how do they do this? They can do it through unprotected sex, from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding, through injecting drugs with a needle that's infected, that has infected blood on it, and infected blood donations or organ transplants. One cannot get HIV, I'll just touch on a few, by touching someone that doesn't have HIV.
Exactly.
Yes. Touching someone that has HIV, because it doesn't exist outside the body, such as shaking hands or hugging. It cannot get transmitted through sweat, tears, urine, or even feces. Not through insects. Mosquitoes are not guilty for this one. Not through animals or air, through coughing, sneezing. Not through water, through food or cooking utensils. Not through toilet seats and door handles and sharing towels. A myth on how people think you can cure HIV. I've got a few here. Washing after intercourse, having intercourse with a virgin, herbal medication, and contraceptive pills. You cannot cure HIV. In South Africa now, a few statistic. Almost 13% of the population, that's about 7.6 million, are HIV positive.
Sure.
Now let's just change the focus to girls now. HIV is highest amongst women between the age of 30 and 34. And why is this? And also amongst teenagers. And why is this? It's estimated that women are 8 times higher than their males to have HIV. This suggests that female teenagers are more likely than their male equivalents to have sex with people not of the same age group, but with older partners.
Yeah.
64% of new HIV infections amongst young people occurred in women.
Okay.
Every week, I'm still talking about women and HIV, every week, 7,000 young women aged between 15 and 24 are infected with HIV. Why women, you'd ask? The reasons for this are both physical and social cultural. One I've already mentioned, because they would have sex with someone that's older.
Yeah.
Also, unequal power relations between men and women. Usually men overpower women and women have no control, no say in it, To end, final quote from Princess Diana.
The usual quote.
HIV does not make people dangerous to know. So you can shake their hands and you can give them a hug. Heaven knows they need it. That's beautiful.
Well, thank you for all that info, Jackie. And I think before we go into much detail with this topic, it would be good to just clarify from the doctor the difference between HIV and AIDS.
Well, there is actually a huge difference, especially nowadays. HIV is actually the virus, so it's the human immunodeficiency virus. That's the virus you actually get. When the virus is inside your bloodstream, it will attack your immune system, and we'll explain later on how it does it. And it will actually kill your immune defense, and you will have what we call AIDS, an acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So it's not something that you are born with. It's actually your immune system will actually get killed by the virus. And that's only after a few years or a few years after having contracted the virus that you actually have that AIDS state. And it's in the AIDS state that you will actually catch a virus, a different virus, or a bacteria like a pneumonia. And we know that the singer Freddie Mercury died of a pneumonia in relationship with AIDS that actually will kill you with AIDS.
Thank you for that clarity, Dr. Damian. And today we are actually talking about women and HIV. So to you, Auntie Zods, what has been the general view of HIV in Southern Africa?
No, thanks, Rose. In Southern Africa, a lot has changed over the years, but in the early years of HIV really becoming much of a play in our society, there was no medication, so we saw people dying. It was a very terrible time because the lack of medication, the lack of knowledge. Many people were not aware about the transmission. There wasn't so much awareness in general. And as a result, for those who were infected at that time, it was really difficult. I know of a sister, a lovely sister, she's a Christian now, who got infected at that time, and she was 28 years old. For her, literally, it was a death sentence because there was no medication, nobody knew about it, and externally she started to deteriorate. And it was so obvious, then you could see a person and know that this person is HIV positive. And because of that, the stigma was so high. She moved churches because she felt she wasn't being accepted. People would be looking at her strange. There's judgment because also it's associated with promiscuity in general, but I'm sure the doctor will clarify it's not always the case that someone gets infected because of promiscuity. So she faced a lot of discrimination, yes. And then she went through, I remember she mentioned she went through TB 3 times, pneumonia 3 times. She was finished. There's a time we actually thought we were going to lose her. And then, like